Okay guys, I'm going to show you how to upload cool Star Wars snowflakes into your Cricut. So first thing you want to do is search for Star Wars Snowflakes in Google. And the first result that should come up is this Anthony Herrera designs. He designs like all these super cool Star Wars snowflakes. There's a whole collection of them. You can click through and see all of the ones he's done going back to 2012. There's like, I don't know, 5 to 10-ish, maybe 5 to 12 designs per year. I'm going to go in and select one from 2018. There's this Porg I'm going to pick. Now, super cute snowflake, but you can see the cuts are very detailed, like around the mouth and, the nostrils and things like that would be really hard for me to cut personally with scissors. Now, if you could cut them with scissors, let me show you how you would do that. You scroll down past the previews and you pick the file. And let's see, here's one of the files. Okay, so this is the other Porg, but you can see that basically you print it, fold it just like a regular snowflake, and then you cut out the gray areas to get your design. And it's very tiny, small cuts. You probably really need to use an X-Acto knife or a really small, sharp pair of scissors. I do not cut well, so I'm going to use my Cricut. In order to use my Cricut, I need an actual image of the finished design. So I'm going to just take a quick screenshot of his design like this. Now I'm going to use that screenshot and upload it into my Cricut. So before I do that though, I actually need to look at my, let's see, here we are. Okay, there's the one I just did. So what's really important here is you want to go in and open up the file, preview it in your computer. I'm not sure how different this is in a PC, but on a Mac, you're going to just go in and adjust color. He's got a really cool background on these files. It's like a space or galaxy looking thing, which is great. It's fun, but it doesn't, it actually makes things harder in Cricut to delete out the background when it's different colors like it is in this case. So I'm going to go in and just try and make the whole thing black. So I'm just going to play with all these settings. Oops, that helps. And no, that doesn't help. Basically into the point where I can get it all black. Oh, that's perfect. So I just moved contrast and saturation. And now you can see that it just has a plain black background. And that's really important. It makes things easier when you're loading into Cricut Design Space. So now it's nice and cool. The preview here isn't updated, but there it goes. It's updated. So now I'm going to go to my Cricut Design Space. And I'm going to make a new project. I'm going to upload. I click the upload button on the left-hand side. And I'm going to pick my own image, which you can see here some other images. Oh, and actually this is a good example. You see this one right here? I'm going to show it to you really quick. This is one where I didn't make the background black. And I tried to add it. And it has all these little, this is probably, these little black specks were probably like a red or a different color. So I had a hard time getting them removed from the design. And the Cricut machine then wants to cut out every single little piece of black there, and it takes forever and it doesn't make a very clean design. So this is an example of why you want to make sure your background of the design you're uploading is a solid color. So we're going to delete out that, go back in, and we're going to add a new one, which is the one we just did, my Porgs. And you see how pretty it is, just white and black. So it's gonna, I'm going to be able to make the background transparent much easier. Select simple and continue. Now I'm going to select and erase. And once I click that, let's see if I can make this bigger. You can see it takes out a whole bunch of the background that I don't want. And if the design had those colors still in it, then those colors would have been like speckles around here and you'd have to individually erase them, and it's seriously a pain. But this way it's super easy. Just click all the places that you want to remove. Basically everywhere you're going to have the machine cut out. And the good thing about this is it might take a couple minutes to do, although again, much faster if you go in and you make change the image colors and make sure the background's one all black, like one contrasting color to the design. That way you can erase it easy in your Cricut Design Space. But once I do this, I'm going to save it into my Cricut design space. I only have to do it once, and I will have this porg snowflake available for me to use anytime I want. I won't have to go through this process again. I could just go in and cut the file. Now, oops, I just made a mistake. I accidentally clicked part of the white space that I wanted to keep, which you could see it was all connected because it erased the entire thing. But all you have to do is go up to this undo, and it'll bring it that last step back. So just be careful when you're clicking on where you want to erase. Make sure the little crossbars is centered on it. And let's see, I'm going to just zoom out so I can see it. And so there's my design. I have no weird specks of any color on it. The design is all showing. It looks awesome. Now I'm going to click continue, and I'm just going to cut it. So I'm going to save it as a cut image. I'm going to give it a name. We're going to call it Porg Snowflake. Actually, we're going to call it Screaming Porg Snowflake. And let's do just Star Wars. And click Save. Now it'll save it, and now you see it's popped up into my uploaded images. We're going to just upload our Porg image. It's a nice clean design. I'm going to change the size. You can see it's really big right now. It's 13 inches wide. I'm going to make my snowflakes like 4 inches wide, which will change the height as well. And then I'm going to hit make it. And so I have 2. I'm going to print 2 snowflakes on there. And of course you can play with the shape. You can make one really big one. If you had, you know, a regular full-size Cricut sheet of paper, 12 by 12 in there, you could probably fit at least 2 across. Make them a lot smaller, you know, whatever you want to do. I'll hit continue, and I'm going to let my Cricut Maker now go ahead and cut it. I will show you the result.